You think Chinese language is super difficult, right? But if I tell you that you can speak Chinese by just knowing 9 specific phonemes, will you be like, hey, you must be kidding? No, I'm not. The impression super difficult of Chinese language might be because of the 2 independent systems, Chinese pinyin and Chinese character. You might know the sound, but it cannot correspond it to the right character, or you may know the meaning of it, but you don't know how to read it. So most people get confused and give up at the most beginning. Actually, Chinese is a language totally different from, Spanish or some other languages that you may master the pronunciation in even as in one day. But the language rules might drive you crazy later on. But if you learn Chinese pinyin and character together for some time, you will find out that Chinese language rule is super easy. So this video series is aiming to help you quickly understand how Chinese language is pronounced and how Chinese characters work. Let's get started. Like consonants and vowels in English, there are initials and finals in Chinese pinyin. So limited finals and initials decide that the pronunciation is limited. Let's say totally 400. Actually, you don't really need to remember all those 400 pronunciations. You only need to know 23 initials and 36 finals and how to read them separately and when they are put together. Firstly, let's look at this. So familiar, right? They are totally the same as vowels in English. We call these simple finals. The only thing we need to pay attention here is the pronunciation of eh. Actually, it's not eh here. It's more like in water, hunger. And we also have an extra one, ü. I know that it might not exist in your language, but I think you might probably heard the sound sometime. The third biggest city in the Netherlands, Utrecht. Here, U is totally the same. When we say U, the tongue is a little bit in the back and slightly rolled. But when we say U, our tongue is more straightforward to the lips. Now let's do it together again. A, O, E, I, U, Ü. We also have compound finals in Chinese. They are divided into different groups. Now let's see this group. I think we have I, A in English. For others, I have some tricks that might help. Read the 2 simple finals slowly and then speed up again and again until they sound like one. You will get the right sound of the compound. For example, A, O, A, O, A, O, A, O, A, O, Ow, 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 Ow. Here we have to pay special attention to the sounds in red. Wei is not the combination of U and I. Not we, wu yi. It's like wo, a, wei, wei, wei. You is not simply the combination of I, u, you. It's more like you, like the word you. And also we have to pay special attention to the sound air here in these 2 compound finals. We have introduced earlier that air is more like in water, but here they should be air. So I, 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 ye, ye. Ü, 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 yue, yue. And the here is also an exception because R is not a simple final, but here we take as the compound final. And for Beijing people, they always end up words with which forms the specific Beijing dialect. For example, we say little child, 小孩. Beijing people always say 小孩. And we say a little thing, 一件小事. Beijing people always say 一件小事. Then the nasal finals, just the simple finals with N or NG. But there is no on in the first line, which we call the front nasal finals. When making the sound, the position is a little bit in the front here. An, yin, wen, yun. In the second line, we call back nasal finals. And when making these sounds, the position is a little bit more back here. Ang, ying, ong. There are also some compound finals which are more like two syllables together. Ya, yao, yan, yong, wa, wai, wan, wang, wo, yuan. If you already know the previous ones, these ones will not be a problem. So that's all for the finals, not as difficult as you expected, right? You don't necessarily need to remember all those pronunciations at one time. And if you are not sure of any of them in the future, just come back to check. And if this video helps, would you please give me a like? And in next video, I'm going to help you to master the pronunciation of Chinese consonant, the initials. Thanks for watching. I will see you in next video. Bye.